Good morning. Happy Saturday. Welcome to Saturday Strolling. Today is Saturday the 18th, 2023. Yes, I am confident of that date because I checked before I started this recording. The video that you are about to see is not going to be a strolling video. However, last Sunday, I received some Phalaenopsis from Ken over at the Orchid Supply Store, which don't forget, you can get a 12% discount using coupon code TRISH at checkout. And in case you did not see my community post from this morning, first I'm going to show you this name. This is the Elsie Segrique Wax Silk Ball that I received from Paula over at Hillbilly Orchids back in July of 2021. These buds, guys, were still closed when I went to bed last night and woke up this morning, and they have popped open. They're not completely open yet, but look how gorgeous they are so far. Just, oh my goodness. Thank you so much again, Paula. I appreciate it. Now, the video you are about to see is an unboxing of some Phalaenopsis that I got from Ken, as I was saying. In the video, I say it is Sunday, September the 14th. Obviously, it is not. I have not been feeling well lately, so I had taken some cold flu medication and was planning on a relaxing day. Well, FedEx decided to change my mind, and we will look later in the week at these orchids, how they're doing now. Let's move on and see what we got. Hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe and like if you do. Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is for you. It is currently Sunday, November the 14th, I believe, and I didn't want to do anything today. Have you been in that? Like my poor little Oncidium down here, I believe this is the Yellow King. It is. The Yellow King really needs to come out of that pot. It is too big for it now. When I put it in there, it had 9 new growths. I let it dry out. Some of them are gone. Needs to be, put in a smaller pot because obviously that is way too big for it. It stays too wet. And I need to take out my Isabella here from this smaller pot and put it in a larger pot because, Houston, we have a problem. We have 1 new growth growing right on the edge of the pot. These 2 back here are fine. Well, I say back here. There's one on that side with the strap. And I haven't even checked to see if there's one on the other growth right here. But I just didn't feel like doing anything today. And then FedEx came. And I knew the box was coming. I did. I was warned. I was asked. I agreed. I just was thinking it'll come next week. Guess what? Let me just turn this around very slowly. We have some phals to unbox from Orchid Supply Store. So while I'm switching you guys around, y'all go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe if you want to watch the journey of these guys. Ken did say that some of them were in pretty good shape, some weren't. He was clearing out the greenhouse of Phalaenopsis, and if you're new here, I love those phals. So while I'm getting you set up on the tripod, go ahead and like, subscribe, and I'll be right back. So let me take some of the shredded paper. I do have my recycle bin right here next to me. Seeing as I don't have any plants I'm sending out anytime soon, I don't need to keep hold of this. Seeing as it's getting cold here in Colorado, I do not want to keep any nesting materials for anyone who wants to hide in my garage. Alrighty, let's see. So here's what we've got to look at, ladies and gents. So I'm just going to move it off to the side, and we'll just start at the top. And I still have my pajama bottoms on, guys. I put a shirt on for the video. That's kind of where I was today. I've been kind of feeling like, not feeling 100%, but it's that time of the year. Okay, so this one has an old flower spike on it that looks like it's got 2 branches. Can you see them? There's a branch right here and a branch right here. Not too bad of a root system. Looks like a little bit of sunburn on there, on that one. All right, well, there is one. It doesn't have an ID on it. We'll set her off to the side. How's everyone else's Sunday going? Are you doing a relaxing Sunday and then decided to do something else? All right, and then here's another with a no ID. I don't see any leaf growth, but I do see a little swelling here that looks like a spike getting ready to come out. And roots aren't too shabby, and I'll let that spike continue once I get her in a pot. Keep an eye on it. I feel like she's not going to be doing too well. That spike will be cut off as soon as it starts opening up its buds. And I do, guys, like to take off old sheaths like this before I pot them up, okay? And what else oh, we have one with a name, so let's pull that one out with an old spike on it. Well, not an old spike, it's a new spike. Okay, this one is in a bit of moss. It is kind of hard to see the name. I'll look it up, see if I can find the full name of it, but I will show you right here and see if I get the full name, I'll post it. But we do have a beautiful spike right here, and look at the roots. Pretty good little root system there. And since it is used to being in moss, I'll keep the moss around it and probably add a little bit of bark just to kind of keep her going, but not too bad looking. Love the way this leaf right here grew. Watch that spike there. Okay. And let's see what we got here. Oh, we've got us a big girl. Got us a nice big girl here. Also got a name tag on it. And guys, go to Orchid Supply Store. He has just about every kind of orchid imaginable. A lot of them are gorgeous. And these, I don't know, they're not bad looking, Ken. They're actually all, so far, in pretty good shape, minus the one with the limited root system, but doesn't look too bad. But look, this one's got a nice new leaf coming up on it. And I do get all of the moss pieces off of here because we don't want any moss pieces stuck inside the leaf joints and adding moisture and possible crown rot. But this big lady here is Ming Sing Golden Lena, which I believe I had one of her in the ICU, and she is no longer with us. She did suffer crown rot. But look at this gorgeous aerial root with this beautiful root tip. Lovely root system. We'll have to put her in a big box, a big pot, not box. I'm calling boxes pots and pots boxes. Not quite there today. And what else do we have in here? Okay. And I did let them sit for a little bit, guys, to kind of acclimate prior to opening the box. You kind of want to do that, especially if your temperatures outside are different than your temperatures inside. You want to kind of let it even itself out. All right, now this one looks like it was in bark. Got some new root growth on it. This is the Fuller's Sunset. And let's see. Got new root growth, which is good because it is kind of suffering on the roots there. So that one we will probably classify as an ICPU. For those of you who are new, ICPU is the Intensive Plant Care Unit, coined by Ken himself. And Ken is the owner of the Orchid Supply Store. Let me just get some of this moss off of here. It is all over these leaves, but I will fix that. Oh, got us a gorgeous spike coming right here. Do you see her right there? Let's see if I can do that. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful spike, beautiful leaf, new root growth, new root tips. All right, well, this one might be able to bloom as well. Again, just depends on what happens once it starts developing. And then we have another spike here that is growing and maturing. This one does not have a name on it that I can see. Nope, but we have lots of aerial roots, looks like, that we may put in to the media. Yes, because we have the root tips starting there. So these roots are starting to change. Have a few here. May or may not let this one spike out. We'll have to wait and see what she does as she gets potted up. And then the last one, get all this out here as well. Oh, not the last one. I see another one in there, guys. But get some of this wet moss off of here for now. All right. Okay, let's see what we've got going on with this one. So this one looks like the spike was just recently cut off, but I do see She's trying right there in the joint. Can you see that? Bloom again, and it does look like she lost this leaf in the center for whatever reason. She's got a little bit of mechanical damage, but root-wise, they appear to be fine, doing okay. And I may have to move my box to make room. Sorry if that box hit the mic and made a noise there. But we do have a couple of more in here. Let's get all these out of the way. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, another one with nice little root system. There are a couple of goners in there, but overall looks pretty good. Got us a new leaf coming in right there, and decent root system. Okay, and this one still has her plug in there, so we'll be removing that. I'm not a big fan of the plugs. And this one I'm going to set right over there. There we go. And then a butterfly clip, so we'll just clip it right up there. And then this one here also has a name. New leaf coming. And let me just, this one looks like it's been under a little bit of a stress. And the reason I say that is the leaf prior to this one, look how much smaller it was than the previous. But then this one is larger than this one. However, this new leaf, I do expect it to also be a little bit smaller just because, again, going through a little bit of stress. Transported from Georgia, I believe it's Georgia, to Colorado. A little bit of a stressful ride. And this is Happy Pink Lady. So I'm going to assume her flowers might be pink. Pretty good assumption, I think. All right, well, from not doing anything today, looks like I will be potting up some phals. And, okay, now this one, probably going to have to be an ICPU. This one's got quite the damage on it. Quite the damage, very little roots. We do have a spike right here. And this new leaf did get a little damaged in transport, got a little break there. We'll have to think about that one, see what we're gonna do. Just gonna lay her off to the side over here. Get some of the moss off of here. Like there's lots of moss on these bottom ones. That's all right. All right, so we do have this lovely new leaf here. So she'll just have to straighten herself out. She's finessing this one here. Do see some root nubbins trying to come out. This one looks like it was in bark. And I'm just going off of the media that stuck to it. Lost a couple of leaves down here at the bottom. And once I clean them up, I'll decide whether we're going to keep them or if we're just going to go ahead and let them go. We'll have to give them a couple of weeks to kind of get it all together and acclimated. Now this one has 2 spikes on it. Nice strong leaf growth, but we're not doing too well in the root system. So we do have 2 spikes. So what might happen with this one is we may cut this spike here once these buds start opening up, just so that she doesn't put all of her energy into 2 spikes. And these will be sitting under the fan for today to make sure that they are all dry in the leaf joints. And I will be wiping them down as well to get all the moss and everything from the leaves and the leaf joints and all those places. Again, just as a precaution. All right, now this one looks like it had a little bit of sunburn at some point. Nice leaf coming out, roots coming out, which is good. So this is another one here. Got this beautiful root tip right here. Can you see that juicy root tip right there? Look how pretty. Then we've got a nice leaf as well. A little bit of sunburn damage right here. And the roots that she has are not bad. I don't see any. Well, there's a little root tip right there. It's a couple of little root tips we've got going on. And looks like that spike was recently cut as well. And let's see what else we've got here. So we've got this one. And most of these are no names, which is fine. It's part of the fun, isn't it? Seeing them bloom and getting what color they are. Let's see. There we go. All right, so this one looks like got a little bit of mechanical damage on this leaf. This is its latest leaf right here, which it's still growing. It's still nice and tender towards the edge as well as all the way through. A little bit of sheath cutting. Well, these aren't really sheaths, they're old leaves that have naturally broken off, but I like to take all that off when I put them in new pots. Pretty decent root system actually on this one. So we'll just lay her right there. And I believe we've got one more in here. Let me just double check and make sure. Yep, got one more. Let's see what we've got here. So we've got a spike on this one, a senescing leaf on the very bottom. Little thing here, but this looks like it's a very nice root system. However, if you look right here, well, if you look right here all the way up, I'm just gonna cut that off, because although the root is alive in places, you can see where it's kind of desiccating a little bit. So again, depending on how she does, this spike might get cut. Can you see the spike right there? There it is. This spike might also get cut, depending on how she progresses when she gets back into her new home. And then let me just make sure that we have everybody. All right, so that is everybody out of the pot. The pot. Told y'all I'm calling boxes, pots, boxes. Just all discombobulated today. So that's a total of, including the one I put over to the side, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 15 or 16 new phals, just depending on if I counted one time too many, which could be a possibility because I do have them kind of all on top of each other. So I will get these ladies potted up and then we'll do a check on them in about a month and see where they're at. Everybody let me know what you did this Sunday. I don't know if I'm posting this today or not because I got this to take care of. So this may not go out until later in the week. Either way it goes, you guys have a beautiful day, beautiful week, beautiful month whenever I post this.